the mayor of Los Angeles was confronted on a jet bridge in Britain. Is this on her way to Africa, right?
Home? No, she's going back.
Oh, she's coming back from Africa. Yeah. She was in Africa for the inauguration of Ghana's president, which is really important. That's especially for the Los Angeles mayor, because you got your close ties.
Yeah, treaty. There's a treaty between
treaty between Los Angeles and Ghana.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Huh. I didn't know that.
That explains.
Yeah, that explains it.
But why else would the mayor be there if there's no treaty?
So weird. Why would the mayor be in Ghana for the inauguration, especially at this time of year, especially when trouble is brewing and you've got this kind of thing happening, and she's in Ghana at the inauguration for their president? If I was in Southern California, I can't even imagine how livid I would be right now. Can't even imagine it. But
you'll be more livid after you see this clip. This reporter caught up when she was in between flights, and this is comedy gold.
Okay, there we go.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, Mike? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position?
Oh, man.
Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
Weird.
Very weird.
That's just bizarre.
No apology for them?
She's stuck. She can't.
Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
These are great questions.
Yeah.
Look, she's going to get rescued.
These are all good questions. Excuse us. All right. It's good stuff. Fantastic. By the way, she cut the fire department budget $17.5 million this year. So that was a good move.
Good move.
And she just walked back down the jetway.
Have you anything to say to the citizens today as you return?
Oh, no. You can't go out that way. Hey, Puddin', you can't go out that way. All right, Pumpkin?
Madam Mayor, just a few words for the citizens today as you return to deal with the catastrophe.
I guess she can. She's the mayor. She can go out a different way. Unbelievable. That is unreal.
I think it was Defiant Elves who said,
wow.
There's always a tweet. And there sure was. This is from a while back there. In fact, February of 2021, when Texas was going through the little ice storm here. She tweeted out, Ted Cruz is, Ted Cruz fleeing Texas in the middle of a deadly crisis is part of a larger pattern of the GOP abandoning folks in crisis. We need to build a movement to kick them all out. There's always a tweet. Karen Bass.
Ugh. God. Jeez.
Or as Elon Musk calls her, Mayor Karen.
She was jumping into the Ted Cruz situation?
Yep.
Oh, that is amazing. That is, wow. What goes around comes around, doesn't it? That kind of bit you in the anus, didn't it? Nice.
And Elon is using his social media, of course, to inform people. And he just posted this video that a friend sent him of what looks like right now in LA.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, they said the smoke is so bad you can not even see the sun.
So it's my understanding that there's water available. They're just not sending it to LA because of endangered species and Gavin Newsom's policy.
It's the stupid policies in California that have dried up the area. James Woods talked about the fact that he had a fire truck, sitting outside his house. They tapped into the hydrant. No water.
Yep.
No water. So, sorry, James, your house is going to burn down.
That's a fire station with no water, by the way, right there. We just looked at it. They literally all burnt out. There's no water.
Look at that. Wow, that's bleak. That is devastation.
Yes.
I mean, it shows you what a liberal hub like Los Angeles is. It's a house of cards, man. It may be beautiful, but you just
and it is
little flick.
I mean, it is. California used to be fantastic. You would go there and you would think, wow, why don't I live here? Okay, other than the price of housing, why don't I live here? Because it's so beautiful. And there's so much to do. And the weather is great. And, when you visit, it's a great place. But that's not even true anymore. I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
they have run that state into the ground.
Yeah. And a lot of people are at least throwing it out there that this feels like Hawaii. This feels like Maui.
Yeah, it does.
Really expensive land that they just abandoned in this time of crisis. And who's going to come in and pick up the pieces? Who's going to come in and take over? I mean, it's devastating. That video right there, Chris, is
really
surreal.
Horrific. Yeah, that's unbelievable. I mean, it looks like one of those apocalyptic movies. The dystopian post-America movies that we see all the time. Yeah, Mad Max or something. It does. Look at that.
One other thing that
devastating.
I will mention that, in fact, I believe this was also James Woods. And by the way, the last video he sent from his house was it was surrounded by flames. I checked this morning. I didn't get an actual... I didn't see a tweet from him that said, yes, we lost our house, but I think you're led to believe that from what he's saying. But he tweeted out that 4 months ago, everyone, I think it was him, right, Chris? Do you remember this? 4 months ago, everyone in his neighborhood had their fire insurance canceled. So now you don't even have that to pick up the pieces with. Wow. And so a lot of people are, the conspiracy theory is that, the insurance companies were in on it. I don't know. It might have been the fact that Karen Bass in Los Angeles said, we're cutting your fire budget by $20 million. Maybe insurance companies were like, we're not taking that risk. And now you've got this result, and God knows what's going to happen with all these homeowners after this. Oh.
Yep. And I would love to know what the average price per home in Pacific Palisades, California is. So if you don't have any insurance and your house just burned down, you're not rebuilding. Not there anyway, that's for sure. A lot of those people have been there for, since the 70s. So they bought their home for a reasonable price, and now it's worth, $5 million. And so I don't if you don't have fire insurance, and do they pay that entire price, or do they pay the market value? I don't know. I guess it depends on your policy.
It does depend on the policy, yeah.
Yeah.
But according to Realtor.com, the median listed home pricing for that area is $4.6 million.
Wow. Man, that's tough. That's really hard. And look at the devastation. Unbelievable. It's really, really sad. Here was one local resident who talked to local news when she went to rescue her parents.
They're waving me down. Hi there.
I know I'm not supposed to.
That's fine. You decided not to leave.
I know I'm not supposed to be here, but this is my parents' home.
I know the feeling.
And they just lost. They got canceled from their fire insurance. So they're dealing with this. They're 90 years old. And through the state of California, because of this, they're 90 years old, that they've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance, and these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this, and it just happened, and they have no fire insurance. So thank you, California insurance companies, supporting residents who pay taxes and love California. And they wonder why people leave California.
First and foremost, you did get your parents out safely.
I live in Sierra Madre. My parents are in Sierra Madre, but...
And now you know that it is under evacuation as well, north of Sierra Madre Boulevard.
Yeah, I snuck here. There's a will, there's a way. Probably shouldn't do it, but you know what? Under the circumstances, send me to jail. That's fine.
It is unbelievable what's happening here to the neighbors. Your parents' house is still standing. You had a hose. You're doing what you can.
I mean, I have a hose. It doesn't compare to these beloved neighbors mayors that I've known.
Wow, really sad. Really, really sad.